Hello, friends. It's Wednesday, February 24th. We've just recorded part of Sunday's worship service in the sanctuary. It's a busy morning at Central. Um, Carol Wilson is here watering some of the plants in the areas that she has so carefully tended. Marianne Cox and Michael Garcia have been working in our food pantry to reorganize the shelves, and I am reminded that we need some granola bars and some other non-perishable items to replenish our pantry. In a little bit, Dave and Jackie Bennett will be here to collect coats and blankets on the final collection day for the Family Promise collection that will go to the rescue mission. And we have lots going on today. So I am so grateful for the many volunteers who help keep our church running smoothly. We're getting now a lot of questions about when we might return to in-person worship. So I'd like to talk about that. Um, we the purple tier counties, which we are still are, as well as red, which we will probably be soon, are allowed to have both now allowed to have in-person worship at the 25% capacity. So technically we could return to our sanctuary sooner rather than later. The reason we are going to delay that for a few weeks is really twofold. One, we want to have more members of our community fully vaccinated, and the numbers are wonderfully picking up every single week. More people are receiving not only their first, but also their second vaccine. It takes a little bit of time for those vaccinations to become fully effective. The second reason we will delay is because, frankly, it requires quite a team of volunteers in order to make the service possible under the conditions that we are required to follow and that we want to follow in order to be safe. So we need people to assist in the parking lot, to work with traffic flow, to check people in, to record temperatures, and to set up. So it's not a simple process to offer in-person worship under the restrictions that we will follow for everybody's safety. And at the same time, we are committed to continuing to provide a meaningful service online because we know that many people cannot or will not be able to come into the sanctuary. And some of them for transportation issues that occurred before the pandemic or health issues. And so we have a congregation now that depends on our online worship. And so as we move toward hopefully returning to in-person worship, we need to experiment with some ways of live streaming, which is dependent on the high-speed internet connection that we are still working on getting into the sanctuary. And so there are lots of pieces to the puzzle. And I don't want people to think that we are unaware of the importance for many people of being able to gather in person. But I want you to know that we will be thoughtful and also somewhat practical as we anticipate this move. At this point, we still cannot have congregational singing in the sanctuary or anywhere for that matter. And we, of course, will still be wearing masks. We are not allowed to have children's gatherings. So some of the programs that we will hope to offer in the future, we still will not be able to do. And as we all know, this is a situation that is changing. Vaccinations um, are increasing. There are also some scary variants of the COVID-19 virus. And so we continue to pay attention and to minister as best we can um, while being faithful to protect the health of our community and our congregation. So many churches have ended up being super spreaders of a deadly virus, and I do not want Central to take that risk. So in the meantime, our confirmation new member class has met twice. We're meeting Sunday nights on Zoom from 5 to 6. We have 9 participants. Each of them has a mentor. So we anticipate receiving new members on Pentecost Sunday, May 23rd. And I am hopeful that we can do that in person, but we will figure that out either way. And we have lots of programs and planning going on as we continue to live into the very best way to be faithful disciples of Jesus in our particular context. So I look forward to seeing you soon, whether it's at coffee hour, at a meeting, at a Bible study, waving to you in the parking lot. So please, please have a continued blessed journey as we walk through this season of Lent. If you would like an upper room for March, April, and you have not yet received one or requested one, please send Susie Wanden an email and we will get one to you early next week. Monday, of course, is March 1st. Or you could even swing by the church on, well, probably best for us to mail it to you. So enough from me. Great to see you, even if it's via Zoom, and we'll talk again soon.